Alright everyone, if you're new to trading, you need to start off with one thing first, which is you need a trading account. You need a brokerage account. So for today, we're going to talk about opening up a brokerage account using TD Ameritrade. There are several other accounts that are out there through different brokerages, but for this video, we're going to go over TD Ameritrade. So first things first, let's open up a browser window and go to TDAmeritrade.com. Now you'll see in this process that everything is pretty much self-explanatory and can be done easily, sometimes without reference to this video, but just to stand by you and help guide you through this process, we'll go through the information here. So first things first, what do we want to do? Open a new account. So we'll click open a new account in the top right hand side of the screen here, and like they say, it's easy. They go through the steps here, what you'll need to open an account. Just a few minutes to fill out the application, your social security number or individual tax identification number, your employer name and address. So let's get started. Do you already have an account with us? Obviously, if you're here, we're going to go no. All fields required unless they're marked as optional. So prefix, that's optional. But if you wanted to, it could be Mr., Mrs., Miss, Dr., Reverend. First name. Middle name is optional. Last name required. And prefix if you're a junior, senior, third, fourth, you name it. Next, your email address. Best daytime phone number. And if you are a non-US resident phone number, you select that box and it will ask you to fill it in the way that it should be in your country. So for this purpose, we're going to be doing US numbers. Citizenship, obviously check whatever applies. I am a US citizen. And then what type of account do you want to open? Is it an individual, a joint? So you and someone else will share the responsibility. And as far as IRAs and trusts go, we can get into that well later on in our video series. But for now, here's what we're going to do. If you're an individual, open up individual. If you're a joint, sharing responsibility with somebody, do joint. There's also something called a custodial account if you're under the age of 18. So if you are, consult your parents and they can help you out with that too. At this time, I primarily expect to buy, hold, and occasionally trade stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, or bonds. Actively trade stocks, ETFs, options, futures, or Forex, or I'm not sure. You select whatever applies to you, and it will show you exactly what those refer to when you select each one of these choices. So let's go actively trade stocks, ETFs. Are you new to investing? If you are, select yes. If you're not, no, but this is optional, so you don't need to say anything. Read through the TD Ameritrade privacy policy when you can, and once you have, which I have already, click I have read the TD Ameritrade privacy statement, and then click continue. Real easy stuff. So taxpayer ID, social security number, date of birth, marital status. Are you single, married, divorced, widowed? You decide. Mother's maiden name, you type that in. And number of dependents. Let's just see what the information here. Dependents include children, relatives, or other people who depend on you for financial support and live in your household all year. See IRS publication 501, exemptions, so on and so forth, for the rules about claiming dependents. Home address. Again, this is very easy. Just type in the information that you know. So if we can find the state here. and I would like to use a different address for mailing address. So if you want mail to go to a different address than what you list here, you would select this box. Employment information. What's your status? Employed, homemaker, retired, self-employed, student, unemployed. Go self-employed. Investor. Now this is, obviously you would use specific information pertaining to you specifically. Don't copy what I'm putting in these boxes, please. And then you go to financial information. So approximate annual income, you're going to select whatever applies to you. Approximate net worth, again, same thing. And approximate liquid net worth. And these are all pieces of information you can get from your accountant, from anybody that does your financial statements. If that's you, you can get it from your last, filed financial, and whatever you do to verify your income, net worth, and approximate annual income. So, personal affiliations. Here's where it's important. Are you, or is your spouse, or is any member of your immediate family licensed by, employed by, or associated with a broker-dealer firm, financial services regulator, securities exchange, or a member of securities exchange? Answer these truthful, please. If you try to cover something up, they'll figure it out eventually, and your account could be closed. So, if you are, yes. If you're not, no, to all these questions here, and then click continue. And here's where we review. Double check everything that makes sense here. Edit anything that you need to change. And click continue if it's all good. Please confirm the name you entered is correct. We are unable to verify your name using the information you entered on your application. Obviously now is the time where all this that I entered is not correct information, but we're using it for example purposes. So now we move to the next step, which is, now that we know a little bit about you, here are a few things you should know about your new account. Important account information. Here's all these agreements. You can download all of this, and by checking this box, I acknowledge that I accept electronic delivery, I have this, so on and so forth. Cash sweeps, which is select one of the following options for your uninvested cash. So when you have cash in your account, you can choose to either have that put into a TD Ameritrade FDIC insured deposit account, which is where uninvested cash balances are transferred into a deposit account held by TD Bank USA, or both. They earn interest and are insured by the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corp, against bank failure for up to $250,000 per depositor per bank. You can view current interest rate information at this link. If you choose to do a TD Ameritrade cash, protected by the Securities Investor Protection Corporation, or SIPC, that's what this means. Uninvested cash balances are held in your brokerage account, earn interest, and are protected against broker failure up to $250,000 by the Securities Investor Protection Corporation. And here's where you get current interest rate information on that. So whichever one you choose, that's up to your profile specifically. I'm just going to leave it as it is and continue. Here's where you can submit additional information. Based on information, we will need some additional information before opening your account. Here are the next steps. Print hard copy of your application, send it in. They may ask you this if they need some clarification, but other than that, guys, this is all the steps you need to open up a TD Ameritrade account. Pretty easy, quick, and painless. And once you have all your documents sent in, I would suggest giving them a shout, letting them know you've just submitted your information and what you can expect to hear from them within the next day or 2 days. And from there, they may tell you need more information to submit. How are you going to fund your account? And they'll help you through those funding options. But for now, we're in. This application would need to provide some more information, but overall, those are the steps to sign up for a new account, open up your TD Ameritrade account. I hope this was helpful, and stay tuned for more videos from us. We are looking to train each and every one of you to be masters at your craft.